President William Ruto's recent choice of cabinet secretaries signal forging a 2027 re-election machine in which the opulent political big names take charge of projecting his vision. The president has largely kicked out professionals from his cabinet and instead brought in political bigwigs as his popularity wears in some of his former bastions. Analysts say Ruto is now keen to work with regional big guns who not only have the trust of their communities but are also bold public communicators. The Kenya Kwanza administration, once hailed as pro-people, has in recent months come under fire for heavy taxation, cases of abductions and forced disappearances. On Friday, Mutahi Kagwe, William Kabogo, and Lee Kinyanjui were sworn in as cabinet secretaries for agriculture, ICT and trade respectively. Kagwe, a former health CS, replaced Andrew Karanja, an accomplished scholar who had worked in the agriculture sector for many years, including for the World Bank. Karanja's stint at Kilimo House lasted for only 4 months. Sources say Karanja's major sin was failure to effectively communicate the government's agenda in his docket. Karanja, who is headed to Brazil as ambassador, was accused of not doing enough to promote the government's nationwide livestock vaccination plan. In his plan, Ruto named Kagwe a consummate politician whose communication and leadership during the COVID-19 pandemic earned him nationwide acclaim. On Friday, Ruto said he is confident Kagwe will persuade farmers to agree to vaccination of livestock. "I'm very confident that you, Kagwe, have what it takes to tackle our challenges in persuading farmers to vaccinate livestock," Ruto said. "You have done it before within the COVID-19 vaccination." Kagwe, who hails from the former DP Rigathi Gachagwa's home county of Nyeri, is seen as crucial in countering increasingly negative media narrative against the government, especially from the Mount Kenya region. During the debate on their nominations, MPs heaped praise on the former Mukurweini MP for the way he handled communication during the pandemic and urged him to be equally equivalent and persuasive in government. There has been a missing link in terms of what government is doing. People fueling negative and incorrect propaganda online are currently having a field day, nominated MP Jackson Koskei said. Same MP James Nyikal said the new cabinet secretaries can leverage their skills in their dockets to reduce youth unemployment and dump down compliments. Unemployment has been cited by government critics as the administration's undoing, though lack of jobs has been a problem for many years. If they work together, they can sort the issue of unemployment of the youth, Nyikal said. The president also brought on board Lee Kinyanjui, a former Nakuru governor praised as a hard worker who was kicked out by voters because of the prevailing politics at the time. Lee replaces former ICT cabinet secretary Margaret Nyambura, who hails from Nakuru and commands significant political clout. Ruto has also hired Kiambu's first governor billionaire William Kabogo in another move seen as a strategy to win back a resentful and restive Mount Kenya. It had voted overwhelmingly for Ruto but has now turned against him, largely because of impeachment of Gachagua. The new faces from Mount Kenya will also be tasked with trying to reclaim the region that is slowly drifting away from Ruto's grip. Gatanga MP Edward Murui, a Gachagua ally, was quick to dismiss the approach as insignificant. "The approach has no impact and does not change Mount Kenya politics," he told the media. "Remember, Mount Kenya rejected former President Uhuru Kenyatta and Mount Kenya has rejected Ruto. It is a zero-sum game. Mount Kenya has moved on." The trio joins a team of former opposition leaders nominated to government in the heat of Gen Z protest. They are already on the campaign trail, preaching the Ruto re-election gospel. They are John Mbadi Treasury, Hassan Joho Mining, Wycliffe Oparanya Cooperatives, Opio Wandanyi Energy and Petroleum, and Beatrice Askul ESC. So in another political maneuver, has also shifted his focus to Raila Odinga's base after the visible decline in support from Mount Kenya. Whether Ruto's gamble will pay off only time will tell, as critics believe the administration will require a miracle to win another term. It is widely acknowledged the president has lost so much ground and it is going to be impossible for him to regain that ground, ODM Secretary General Edwin Sifuna claimed last week. Ruto himself has rejected the one-term debate, signaling his intention to do everything possible to retain his seat. During a church service in Nairobi's Dagoretti North constituency, Ruto dismissed claims by his critics that he will only serve one term. There are people talking about one term, 2 terms and 3 terms. I want to tell them that back then, some people never even thought I would have any term as a president. So I am happy that God has given me this opportunity to lead the nation, Ruto said. He won the 2022 election battle against a strong force of his boss, then President Kenyatta, who was backing Azimio la Umoja leader Raila Odinga for president. Should Ruto lose the 2027 election, will go down in history as the first Kenyan president to serve a single term. Both Uhuru and Mwai Kibaki served full terms of 5 years each. Founding President Jomo Kenyatta served for 14 years, while his predecessor Daniel Moi was in office for a record of 24 years. My name is Mahmoud Kamau, reporting from Nairobi.